Let's take a closer look at defining screens in FilePro. If I call up the customer file, I have 0, I have new, I can create a new screen. Well, if I were to create a new screen, it would give me a completely blank screen. Let's call it, well, we can have screens numbered 1 through 9, 0 through 9 actually, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And those are screens that any user can get to by pressing that numeral, 0, 1, 2, 3, whatever. It'll automatically switch them to that screen number. However, it can also have screen names. They can be called names. Now you have to bring the user to a screen with a name like, let's call it Fred. Okay, here's big blank screen, Fred. We don't really want to start with a screen called Fred, so I'm going to break out of here. Okay, I'm going to cancel out. And I'm going to go back in to define screens. Excuse me, I went into the wrong thing. Go into define screens, and I'm going to put in that don't create a new screen, but I want to go to screen 0 and copy this screen to start with. It's got almost everything I want on it. It's just not the way I like it. So I'm down at the bottom of the screen. You notice that there are some prompts, and there's C for copy screen, and there's H for hard copy a screen, and D to delete a screen. First thing we should do is probably delete a screen. Let's press D for delete. Let's delete this junk screen. See how it puts an asterisk next to it? Now when I press escape, are you sure you want to delete the ones that are marked? I say yes, it's gone. Now, I do want to copy this screen. Copy this screen, and it wants to know, well, what do you want to copy to? A name that already exists, copy it over itself, or another name. I want to copy it to a new name. I want to call it screen 1. Very simple. So now if you notice, it's going to give me screen 1, and on bottom right it shows that I'm in screen 1, and it's here. I'm ready to edit this screen the way I want. Well, that's good. Let's go do the same thing we did before. Now remember, I can press this F3 key to move this down. In fact, I can move it down twice. And I go over here to space over these things. Okay. Press escape. Now the screen looks a lot better the way I want it. It's pretty nice. There's some other things I can do to this. Let's see. You could really stylize screens a lot. These here are the field names. They can say anything. Anything can be in here. It doesn't have to say that. This will be first name field no matter what. Where the asterisks are is where the beginning of that field is on the screen. If you press F6, you can see all the fields in this file. You see the first name field is number 1. Hit enter. Second name is 2. It doesn't matter what I write next to it, but it's nice to have it say what it is. If I were to move this field over here, it's still going to be field 1, but the person's cursor would come all the way over here before they started typing it in. And here, to see where fields on a screen will end, where the end of the field is, you press F5. That's called resolving the field, so you can see where their end of field marker is. You notice how the first name field and the last name field end right together now. The periods or the little dots, the end of field markers, are in the same place. And the first name field is only 10 characters long, and the last name field was 15 characters long. It's just that I'm starting this one 5 characters over. So let's go here, and I'm going to use F2. F1 pushes things 1 character that way. F2 sucks them back up to the left. Now, if I were to resolve the fields, you see that's really pulling its end of field markers about over at 10 characters. I pressed enter to get back to normal. Now, let's say we want to move some fields. Let's push this field, these notes fields. Let's push this way over here, and let's resolve the fields. Did it make it? Yes. Let's push it a little further. Okay, now let's resolve the fields. The end of field marker for that notes field is all the way in the middle. It's wrapped all the way around because the notes fields are 60 characters long, and it's obliterated the word notes or the field name on the second line. So you have to be very careful where you move things. You can put anything you want anywhere, and FilePro doesn't care how you design screens. You could, if you wanted to, space over this stuff and write. You could do this, notes. Just get rid of this stuff. these are the critical things. The crucial fields are the asterisk 12, 13, and 14 tell me that this is where these field numbers are going to be on the screen, where the user actually enters data into 12, 13, and 14. And if I resolve the fields here, that still will resolve correctly. It's way over a little bit. It's kind of nice. Let's leave that. And just for the heck of it, let's X out. Let's go into Inquire, Update, and Add. And now you notice we have two screens to pick from. We can pick 0, which is our old screen, the one we copied from, and it looks like this. Or while we're on any screen in FilePro, we can press the numbered screens, 0 through 9, 1, and jump to it. I could have picked it from coming in from Inquire, Update, and Add like this. I could have said Inquire, Update, and Add, VG, then picked a 1. Now when I go to the records, I'm on screen 1. If I press a 0, I'll go to screen 0, of course. And here's screen 1. And when I press Update, well, you can see that if I press Update and I go press Enter all the way down through to Email and I jump to Notes, I go into the very first position where that star 12 was. I'm still inside a field, even though it doesn't, over to the left, it doesn't say Notes. So you can build these screens any way you want. FilePro will allow you to do it.